When we talk about development environments, it's easy to see them as just another line item on an IT budget. But I want to reframe that today. We're going to look at it as a critical and honestly and often completely overlooked ROI multiplier. In any company that runs on software, the tools your engineers are using are either catapulting your business forward or they're quietly draining its resources. So let's dig into where that drain is really coming from and, more importantly, how to plug it.
So let me ask you a question, point blank. Are your development environments leaking money? Because I can tell you, without a standardized, governed approach, you're almost certainly losing cash. We're talking hidden costs from inconsistent tools, totally wasted software licenses, and a mountain of technical debt that's slowing you down and putting you at risk.
Okay, so let's get on the same page. When I say a standardized environment, what do I actually mean? This isn't about boxing in developers or killing creativity. Not at all. It's about creating a single, centrally governed platform. The whole point is to make sure that everyone, no matter what team they're on or where they are in the world, is working from the same playbook, with the same high-quality tools, configurations, and standards. It's really about achieving control and consistency across the entire enterprise.
Right, so now let's diagnose the problem. For a lot of large organizations, the state of their development environments, well, the best word for it is chaos. And this isn't just about things being messy or disorganized, it's incredibly expensive. We're about to pull back the curtain on some of these hidden inefficiencies that are born from all this fragmentation.
First up, inconsistent engineering standards. When every team does its own thing, setting up tools in their own way, you get chaos. One team has super strict quality checks, while another, not so much. This leads to something called architectural drift, where different parts of your system start pulling in opposite directions. And the business impact of that? Well, it's a huge spike in your long-term maintenance costs.
Second, and this one is just pure financial leakage, is inefficient license management. Without any central control, you've got teams buying their own software licenses on the fly. They often buy way more than they need, just in case. So what happens? You've got unused seats just sitting there collecting dust while you're still paying the bill every month. It's a completely avoidable drain on your budget.
And third, all these inconsistencies create the perfect storm for technical debt to pile up fast. When your code quality is all over the place and refactoring is a mess, your systems just get harder and more expensive to change. Suddenly, technical debt isn't some manageable risk anymore. It becomes a huge structural cost that slows down your entire ability to deliver anything new.
Now, what I love about this slide is how clearly it connects these tech-sounding problems to real business pain. See, inconsistent standards, that's not a developer problem, it's a maintenance cost problem. That inefficient licensing, it's not just a procurement headache, it's cash walking out the door. And technical debt isn't just messy code, it's a direct brake on your speed and a huge amplifier of your business risk. So the big question is, how do we get out of this mess? How do we move from chaos to control? Well, the solution requires a pretty fundamental shift in thinking. We have to stop thinking about just managing individual developer tools and start thinking about governing a single, unified enterprise platform.
And really, this is the entire ballgame. We have to take the hundreds of scattered, individually configured tools spread across the organization and transform them into a single, governed enterprise platform. This is the bedrock of getting standardization, visibility, and ultimately, control back.
And look, this isn't just some high-level concept. A governed platform gives you real concrete capabilities. You get centralized configuration, so every single developer starts from the exact same best practice baseline. You can control which plugins are allowed, enforcing your security policies everywhere. And, this is huge, you can automate license tracking. You finally move from guessing to knowing, all thanks to real usage analytics. Okay, with that solution in mind, let's get to the heart of it, the business case. The return on this kind of investment really stands on three distinct pillars that every single executive cares about: direct financial control, proactive risk mitigation, and a measurable boost in productivity. Let's start with financial control, because this slide just lays it out perfectly. On the left, that's the old reactive world. Licenses are a mess, unused seats go completely unnoticed, and trying to forecast your budget is a total crapshoot. But on the right, you have proactive governance. Idle licenses are automatically spotted and reclaimed. Seats are allocated based on real data, which means your financial planning is precise and you're always ready for a compliance audit. It's a night and day difference. Now for that second pillar, risk. Think about your security in 3 layers. You can try to protect your systems when they're live, in runtime.
You can enforce rules in your deployment pipeline. Or you can prevent vulnerabilities from ever being written in the first place, right inside the developer's IDE. Standardizing the IDE makes it your first and, by far, your most cost-effective line of defense. Fixing a security flaw here costs pennies. Fixing it after a data breach? Well, you know that number.
And that brings us to the third pillar, unlocking developer velocity. Let's be honest, your engineering talent is one of your most expensive and most valuable assets. A standardized environment, armed with modern tools, acts as a force multiplier for that talent. It ensures they're focused on creating business value, not wasting time fighting with their tools.
So what does this actually look like day to day? Well, for one, standardization just reduces the mental friction for developers. No more of those, well, it works on my machine headaches. New hires are up and running, actually being productive, in days instead of weeks, because their environment is ready to go. And now you layer in AI. Suddenly you have instant code explanations, automated unit tests, intelligent refactoring. These aren't small tweaks, they're massive accelerators for your development cycles.
So as we pull this all together, it becomes crystal clear. Standardizing your development environment isn't just some tactical IT purchase. No, this is a strategic business decision with a direct, measurable impact on your company's bottom line, its risk profile, and its overall speed of innovation.
And the best part? You can measure it. The numbers don't lie. This chart is basically a snapshot of the value you unlock. After putting a standardized platform in place, organizations see huge, measurable drops across these key metrics. Onboarding time plummets. Production defects go way down because quality is baked in from the start. And that software license waste? It's practically eliminated. This is what tangible ROI looks like.
So I'll leave you with one final thought. We've talked a lot about the ROI of making this change, but maybe the more powerful question you should be asking inside your business today is this: what is the ongoing cost of inaction? What is the price you are paying every single day in financial leakage, unnecessary risk, and slower delivery by choosing to maintain a fragmented, chaotic status quo?